Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer. The I'd Have a Beer podcast is presented by Zeus Brewing Company out in Poughkeepsie, New York. New episodes out every week, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. And Mike, tell them.
Slam those buttons. You don't want to slam those buttons.
Absolutely murder those buttons. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, and we need your help. If you're listening on Spotify, give us that 5-star rating that we work hard for each and every week. And share this episode with a friend. They'll enjoy it. This is very, very special for Mikey Bugatti tonight. Very special. Hit the follow on all of our social media at IHAB Podcast. Michael Bugatti, tell the people, what do we got coming up tonight?
This is it. The weekend we've been looking forward to. The first super wild card weekend of playoffs. This is what all the teams have been battling for, making it into the playoffs. Packers stun the Cowboys. Bills hosting for the first time in a while. This is going to be crazy. They're playing their AFC rival, the Chiefs. We'll get into that. We'll go into some good, bad, and ugly of the week. We all know what happened. We're going to talk about it. Mikey Bugatti's in the building with a bet that you're not going to want to miss. I have a question here for Manny, and of course, he's got a challenge for me. So we're going to see what that is coming up. I like the challenges. We like to do them.
Yes, sir.
After that, we got a little bit of Grind My Gears by Manny Mozz. And then we talk about our favorite QB in the league, Dak Prescott, and his interception tracker.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And of course, and as always, we'll end it off talking about the beers that we're drinking. But before we dive into anything, I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer.
All right. This one looks
get
good.
it. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Ooh, this one looks good because it tastes good. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. This has got a lot going on here. I got Zeus Brewing Company back at it again, like we just said. Sullivan's tonight. I got Sullivan's. Yes, Sullivan's.
Amazing.
What do you got?
Looks good. Sounds good. I got Junior Astronaut Juice coming after this beautiful looking can from
everybody's
the
favorite
Illuminated Brew Works. Tastes good right now. Pretty happy. We'll get into it. Maybe it's late changes.
Holy smokes. Last week I had a chocolate and raspberry beer.
Yeah.
This literally is chocolate. I don't know if you could see it on the brim.
Tastes like chocolate.
It doesn't really taste like chocolate, but it is dark as can be.
Damn. Let's recap the past week for both the Giants and the Eagles. Go ahead, Manny. Kick it off. Tell me how the Giants did this week.
Big things happening with the Giants this week. Like you mentioned, Super Wild Card Weekend is over, and the Giants. I got the recap for you from the Giants this week. It's Super Wild Card Weekend. Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator, resigns.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, he was the guy calling the defense of the Giants all season. He would wear like the red gloves and then the compression long sleeve shirt. Real good. I thought we were going to keep him. Doesn't seem like that was the case. Apparently him and Brian Dable were not getting along, button heads, whatever. Are we going to franchise Barkley? I don't know. There's some talks about that already. He's numb to it. Giants have locked the 6th overall pick in the upcoming draft. But that's it. That's it. We really want to hear about the predictions this week.
Yeah.
And what I feel like a lot of this show will be about. And what I think a lot of people will not be upset about hearing for possibly 45 to an hour here.
Sure.
Is the Eagles.
Yeah.
In Super Wild Card Weekend. So, Mike, the floor is yours. What did you see last night?
The Eagles lost. Here's how it is. The Dolphins once put up 70 points against the Broncos, and the Broncos only lost one game that week. And the Eagles lost 35-9, and they only lost one game this week. So you can tilt the scoreboard however you want. We lost. Was it what I wanted to see? No. Was the writing on the wall for 5 previous weeks straight? Yeah, it probably was. Somewhere along the way, between when we were 10-1 in that 3-game stint between the 49ers and Cowboys, we have become a shell of the team that we once were. Something happened to change from you are the number 1 team in the NFL for about 2 seasons or season and a half, and then a quick dip to the bottom where you're getting passed around like a pack of cigarettes in a jail. Okay? It was not good. Not good for us. we struggled everywhere. We couldn't string together passes. The one time that we had a semblance of results is when Jalen Hurts got it to Goddard after a big bomb down to Devontae Smith.
Yep.
I think he was searching for Smith too much in the game and was missing other free receivers that could have changed the game. There's a slew of reasons why we didn't do well.
Yep.
A.J. Brown didn't play. Not an excuse to lose a game like that. That's
injuries.
A.J. Brown. Yeah. A.J. Brown's not going to come in and put up 28 points by himself. That's just not true. Probably a big problem was our defense looked like a Cheeto holding a door together, okay? No good. No good. My recap, there's a lot to be fixed over the offseason. Actually, there's really not a lot to be fixed. We need to figure out what happened week 12 and what carried on.
Okay, so I appreciate you, and I didn't want to interrupt you that much because I wanted you to get that out. I wanted you to get that out.
I needed that.
But sitting there watching that game last night, I saw some things, okay? I heard some things, I watched some things, and then I took that all and I thought about it. You brought up the 49ers that week, week 12, whatever that was, week 12, whenever you guys met, you know. Nick Bosa had an all-time quote after the game, and he let everybody know that he had provided the blueprint on how to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just blitz us and cover the outside, and then Jalen can't escape, and he can't pass because we don't have the wide receivers there, and especially without A.J. Brown.
Exactly. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 25 or 35, 250 yards, 9 points. Tough.
The stats look great. And then
3 sacks.
Looked not. Yeah.
3 sacks. A safety, not good. Swift. Yeah. This is where I knew you guys were going to be in trouble. A lot of keys, in my opinion. I'm not really an Eagles fan, but what the games that I have watched this year, the success that I saw from the Eagles when I'm like, oh, the Eagles are going to have this game. There's going to be no shot. When the Eagles can run the ball, which they were running on almost every team this year up until that 49ers game, Swift, 34 yards last night.
No good.
Not going to win the game.
Not with 34 yards. There's a stat that if he has over like 75 yards, the Eagles win the game.
34 yards. Tough.
Dismal.
So, talk to me here, Mike. The coach, is he coming back? Is he done? Who's done? Somebody's got to be done.
Here's something I hate about. I'm an Eagles fan, but I don't put myself in the fan base of the Eagles fans because they're different animals. Here's something that I hate. Here's something that I hate so much, and I see it happen all the time in the NFL.
Turn on you.
Jalen Hurts plays perfect for 11 weeks. He's incredible. This guy has half a bad season, and you're like, get him the fuck out of there.
Turn on him.
Nick Sirianni, just fucking fire the guy. Listen, you're not a real fan. Think about all these Jets fans that have been sitting for 12 seasons straight watching them do garbage and continue to pray and continue to hope. I don't think firing is the way to go about it. I think together you sit with these pains and you sit with these problems and we go into a room and we point fingers. And we're like, you did this, and you did this, and you did this, and we figure this out. We figure this out. We don't fix it's not broken. It just needs to be it needs to be loved a little bit. You got to caress it a little bit. The dogs are still hungry. They just got full. That's what happened. They just got full. So do I think they get rid of him? I think they get rid of him. I think they do. Word on the street, which I wouldn't be mad about, is Dark Horse, evil supervillain, Bill Belichick comes to the table. It makes sense. It's a perfect fit. He's been looking for a running QB. He's got a perfect team. He's missing maybe 1-2 holes.
He's like a couple players away. Yeah. They were in the Super Bowl last year.
That's it. We're contenders. We're not really fighting with anyone in the NFC East, like the Cowboys, but not really. We controlled our destiny the whole season. And why not just place a coach in who loves to build teams? And the only problem that we need is maybe an offensive tackle and a cornerback. That's easy. We're going in the draft with 4 picks. We'll get one.
Okay. All right. So there's life.
There's life. I knew at the end of the Super Bowl last year that this were if in the next 2 years we didn't get a Super Bowl, I don't plan on seeing it for a little bit.
You did say that. I remember you hearing that. I remember when we were in the DR last January, and the Eagles were in position. They were winning. They were beating up everybody. They were going to the Super Bowl. You told me this has to be the year, because after this year, I don't know what things are going to look like. And for the half of this 2023 season, I'm like, Jesus Christ, these guys, they're going back.
Yeah.
But
maybe the missing of the offensive coordinators.
I think that has a lot to do with it. Yes,
huge issue for sure. And then we take this fat son of a bitch, Mike Patricia, and put him in the defensive coordinator. Didn't like that move midseason. And what happens after he comes in? We start falling down.
That defense last night I'm like, how did this team win 11 games? The missed tackles almost looked just as bad as the Giants when the Giants played the Eagles the first time. Like the missed tackles. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Like, this team won 11 games.
I saw the first missed tackle and I was like, that's new. And then it happened like 4 times. I was like, what is going on? And then I didn't turn it off, but internally I quit.
It was tough. That safety happened, and I'm like, I think that's all she wrote.
It wasn't even. We were down by 1 score, and it still felt like we were behind by 50.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys, the Eagles played Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, okay? Yeah. They were in that game almost until the end because it was Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers.
That's
the amount of drop passes that they had. If you were playing a good team, that score would have been real bad.
Way different. The only reason why they got that score at the end, we quit. I felt it. The safety happened. They quit. And I was like, I don't even care what happens now. Just make it look close. It was 9-17 until like the end of the third. And then they get the safety. And then I was like, this is you quit. You just quit.
All right. I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice. You're ready to move on. So let's go to something good. Talk to us. What do we got here?
I can talk about it. It's a good vent sesh for me. I'd rather now than get further in and lose to someone else. And if you ask me who I'm rooting for now for the Super Bowl, this is my quote with the Super Bowl. If my team is in it and they don't win, I want the team that beat us to win it all. I want to lose to the champion.
Wow.
I want to lose to the champion.
All right, so go Bucs.
So go Bucs, because if I'm losing, it's not like, I lost to someone who everyone else beat. I lost to you guys. Couldn't beat him either.
Okay,
you couldn't beat him either.
I get that. I understand that. I get it.
So
okay, the Bucs got a long road ahead, but good luck.
For sure.
It's a tall order, but all right.
Yeah, but switching over to something good that I saw.
Yes,
something good happened earlier in the games. One of the first games.
Okay.
Everyone thought this guy was going to come in and have to bow down to the uncle who somehow comes up at a cookout and starts slinging touchdowns.
Oh boy,
or the guy who comes in. Yeah, we all thought Joe Flacco was going to show up.
Nope.
Nuh-uh. CJ Stroud, first ever rookie to win a playoff game and take down a Super Bowl winning QB, Mr. Joe Flacco. 3 touchdowns. This guy.
Like I said last week, GG's to the GM and the owner and the president of the Texans. They have their guy, no doubt.
Yeah.
They have their guy. And it must feel nice.
I don't know what's going through CJ Stroud's head right now, or like what his getting himself amped up to go play
just
the
ride the wave.
1 team in the NFL against the Ravens. I think the Ravens think they got it. You know, they got Dalvin Cook signed back on. Their tight ends coming back.
Yeah.
But I think CJ Stroud should come into this game as a villain.
The Ravens also haven't played in a little bit.
In like 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Lamar hasn't played in like 2 weeks because he didn't play in the last game. So there could be some rush early. If they win the coin toss, I'm accepting, and I'm going right down the field and scoring, setting the tone early. If I'm
right
the Texans.
Away. Taking the air out of Baltimore and be like, it is the Texans now. So my good for the week, CJ Stroud, welcome to the NFL.
Awesome for the Texas fans out there. Last Texas team alive in the playoffs, baby. Shout out to the Texans, baby. Shout out CJ Stroud. Ride the wave, kid. Ride the wave. A good that I saw.
Yeah, what'd you see?
A good that I saw. I'm repping the colors. Had it's a little. This is my father's. It's a little wrinkly.
They don't have anything on the front. You're gonna have to tell
this is an old Barry. This is old Barry Sanders jersey, right off his back, probably. My good. Jared Goff and the Lions, baby, win their first playoff game in over 32 years, baby. Beating the Rams.
That's a long
24-23. This was the closest game in all of Super Wildcard Weekend. This game, 24-23. All the other games were kind of blowouts. This game, very close. I told you last week, Jared Goff's going to have a little extra for this game. He knows what they did to him. He had a little chip on his shoulder, and he pulled it off. I was also talking about this guy when I drafted my championship-winning fantasy football team this year. How you doing? I picked up St. Brown super early in the draft. Everybody was like, big mistake. Big mistake. That's put some credit on this man's name. He's a beast. He is a beast.
Yeah.
The dude is a beast. 110 yards. The dude's a beast. I'm in Ross St. Brown. Jared Goff going into the divisional round. The good Lions. Keep the ball rolling. Let's go Lions. I'm on the Lions bandwagon, at least here for one more week. Let's go Lions.
Yeah, Lions was good. I loved seeing that game. I was pumped up about that game. And definitely a good win for him. Something that I wasn't good that I saw.
What was that?
Bills Steelers game.
Yeah.
Bills Steelers game. Okay, Bills win that game.
Yeah.
Bills win that game. I think it was
a lot to a little.
Yeah, Bills a lot, Steelers do a little here. Here's the bad part about it. You lost, whatever, it happens. This team has a winning record every year, and then every year they are one and done. So at what cost does this winning record really mean? You don't secure championships, and then you secure a late draft pick, and you're stuck in no man's land in the middle. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're plus 500, but you show up with nothing now at the table. Are you a winner or are you a loser? Because it makes me think you're a loser.
Kind of like a situation like the Cowboys, and I know those fans aren't happy. So
that's even worse. But I guess for the Steelers, they don't have they're not spending money on big name players. Mason Rudolph, he's nothing crazy right now. Najee Harris, he's supposed to be incredible. He's mid. He's doing mid stuff right now. So
they had injuries.
Then they had injuries. So I guess that's okay that happens. But my bad for the week, the Steelers, you lose that game, and I think you lose your draft pick, and all you get from it is make Mike Tomlin look good. Do yourself a favor, get rid of Mike Tomlin, so then you don't have to do this every year.
Well, I'm sure you've seen the clip because everybody's seen the clip. They asked Mike Tomlin after the game one question, hey, what's the situation look like for you next year? Doesn't even hesitate. Does one of these, doesn't even acknowledge that that's a shitty question. Just completely beeline and just heads out and is out. I don't know. I don't know. It might be a vacant job in Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Does he come back? I think that was him quitting right there on live. That's what I think happened there.
You don't have to put in your 2 weeks. It's not like one of those things.
No, it's like an at will. It's just fuck that question, and then just he pulled an Antonio Brown.
Well, a bad that I saw this week. Yeah. We them boys. The Cowboys. They got the absolute piss beat out of them by the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. The absolute piss out of them. I don't want to hear anything about the final score of the game. Okay,
the final score of the game was 27-0.
Yeah, they were getting smoked until 3 minutes left in the third quarter, okay? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, there was just a rush to try to salvage this game. There was no salvaging it. It was 34-10, like I said, with 3 minutes left going into the fourth quarter. Dak, 41 of 62 INTs for my main man. Gotta love it. Midseason form, playoff form. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we've brought you to the wheel here now several times, and I will end with talking about the Dallas Cowboys here as my bad, okay, for Super Wild Card Weekend by taking you through the wheel here. And prove to me that this doesn't make sense, okay? We start the season, we beat up on bad teams.
Whoa.
What's up?
This our year. We them boys.
Oh, that's our year. Hold on. Hold on. I have it as the season starts. We beat up on bad teams. Fans get delusional. We them boys. It's our years. Bounce first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right.
No matter which way you want to spin it, it ends with we bounce We get bounced. We don't bounce. They get bounced. First round of the playoffs, year after year after year after year. Rinse and repeat. We them boys. Those Dallas Cowboys. What's going on in Jerryland? Nothing.
This is the big question that I always have after 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna get rid of this guy, Dak? Are we gonna get rid of this guy, Dak? Well, you gotta all be asking yourself this. You must be asking yourself this. You gotta get rid of this guy, Dak.
There's a lot of questions. Mike McCarthy
is valuing this guy.
Yeah.
He's mid. He's just a mid QB. Just get the fuck over it. He's mid.
He's coming up on a contract year. They're going to have to pay him like the minimum here of starting quarterback, which is like upwards of $50 million.
40, $50 million. Or trade him to no one. Who's going to want him? This guy's mid. Here's an idea I came up with the other day after I saw them lose. Like they do in baseball. Get that pitcher that gets you all the way in the ninth inning, and then bring a reliever in. Yeah. And just get a second QB who comes in. What's his name? Colt with their backup there?
I don't even remember who the guy was.
Anyone. Ben DiNucci comes in.
Oh, they have the 49ers guy. They traded the 49ers guy to Dallas early this year. What was his name?
You're right. You're right.
The rookie.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance is in the building.
Put Trey Lance in there and let him go against Jordan Love. See what happens. But no.
I don't know. But as America watched on this glorious Super Wildcard weekend, the Dallas Cowboys fall yet again. So that is my bad. That is the end of the road. I'll see you in Cancun for them Dallas Cowboys later.
Absolutely. Bad. Yeah, ugly. We're going to have the same ugly. We're going to have the same ugly here.
We'll just piggyback off that.
We'll just continue on. Of course, it's got to be the Birds. It's got to be Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said before, to see the hottest team in the NFL in the first weeks just become a shell of who they are. They limp into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Struggle every single drive. Something needs to change. And I knew it was already coming. I don't know. A lot of people seemed like they didn't know it was coming. I knew it was coming. Jason Kelce leaves.
Yeah, done.
I knew he was leaving. He was supposed to leave last year when we won the Super Bowl. But don't know when the script changed. We didn't win that Super Bowl. But I wanted a better exit. I didn't want an Instagram post from ESPN to tell me my guy's leaving. Maybe if they took a camera in the locker room, and just like give me a little Tom Brady exit. That was ugly. It was not good. They didn't do good. They didn't really deserve to be there after those 6 weeks. And they showed it. It showed why they shouldn't have been there. I think the team that should have went there in our place.
The Giants.
No. I think anyone else. But yeah, it was ugly for me. So tell me what the more ugly of the Eagles.
I won't beat up on you again here for another 10 minutes here. But my ugly, ladies and gentlemen, and I already explained to you now, but we'll just put it out here in words, is the Eagles. And I'll end with this.
We'll put it in words.
I'll end it with this. It's not always sunny in Philadelphia.
You're right.
Okay.
Right. You got to play the theme song.
And that's it. We might put it over right here.
Yeah.
Tough. 1-6 in the last 7. Not the way you want to be heading into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Tough. 9 points. Come on now. That was tough. The Cowboys at least put up 30, in the game. Obviously wasn't enough, but 9 points to the Bucs. Not good. Ugly. Not good. Eagles. We'll see you.
You know who people are not sick and tired of hearing from.
What are
That's Mikey Bugatti.
There he is.
In the building tonight. Listen to me. We were one leg away last week, okay? Amari Cooper sold on our ass because Joe Flacco couldn't get it together. He dropped the ball for that touchdown pass. Pissed. Nico Collins connected. The Cheetah connected.
Right.
And I forget who the fourth one was, but he connected.
Nico
Collins, Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper, and
the dude on the Bills.
Oh, Shakir. Shakir got the late touchdown.
Boom.
Okay. So Amari Cooper, we're done with you, and so is the playoffs. But this week, I have 2 bets for you.
Okay.
I have 2 bets for you. And listen to this first one, because this one is a conspiracy theory that I think might be correct. Are you familiar with the Super Bowl logo theory on who goes to the Super Bowl?
I've looked into this. Yes.
Okay.
I looked into this.
In the past 3 years, they've been correct. Bucs, Chiefs, Eagles, and Rams and Cincinnati. They were correct. Well, this year, the logo is purple and red. Purple and red. Okay. A lot of people. This is what's happened. A lot of people and part of this theory, the smaller amount of color beats the larger amount of color. That's what I picked up on. If you take a look,
this is sophisticated stuff.
There's a small amount of red, but there's a lot of purple. Okay. Now, if you were go to guess and tell me who you think is going to the Super Bowl from that, who are you saying?
I would have to say, based on all that logic there, it would be the 49ers and the Purple Birds, the Ravens.
That makes sense. But I see another red team that not a lot of people are talking about that would ruin a lot of people's parlays and a lot of people's tickets that all of a sudden now look like a pretty good team and they're pumped up.
I feel like you're going to be talking about them awfully a lot.
My first Bugatti bet of the week is the Buccaneers to beat the Ravens because of the color theory logo.
Wow.
And I don't think anyone's looking at it that way. But I am, because I'm always looking out to put money in the listeners' pockets.
All right.
All right. And for this weekend, I got the overboard parlay. Okay.
Yeah.
This is an easy one. Every single divisional game this weekend is going to hit the over. Texans versus Ravens, over 44. Packers versus 49ers, over 50.5. Lions and Buccaneers, over 48.5. And the Chiefs versus Bills, over 46.5. These are low lines. These are high-scoring teams. The only one that I'm iffy about, maybe that Packers 49ers, they got a good defense, but I don't think that makes a difference. This is the overboard parlay, all right? Every team hits the over. You give me $100, I'm giving you $1,300. You hit both of these bets.
Wow.
You're going to have $4,800 before the playoffs, before the Super Bowl is done, all right?
Right before Valentine's Day, your fucking money, ladies and gentlemen. Your money.
That's it. You're gonna be splurging on your lady while you see the Buccaneers beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say it again, so you know you heard it here first on I'd Have a Beer podcast. All right. That is the Bugatti bets of the week and the Bugatti bet future for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Coming at you. So
all right.
As always, call the bank and let them know who's on the phone. Let them know.
Bugatti bet. So I'm rolling with the Lions from here on out. It seems to be that you're rolling with Tampa Bay.
I'd go that way because of what I said before. Like, if whoever beats my team, that's my team.
You want them to win it all. Yeah.
I can care less who's on it, but you beat me, so you must be good. All right, so keep going.
Okay.
And because of that color theory logo, I think I've seen it for a while now, and everyone's like, oh, 49ers Ravens, 49ers Ravens, 49ers Ravens. But there's another red team that people aren't even talking about. They're a very discounted Buccaneers team.
Yes, 9-8. Yep.
I get it. They're in the worst division to make it into the Super Bowl. So were the Seahawks that one year.
True. You're not wrong.
So weirder things have happened. Or have they not, Roger Goodell? I know you're listening. Or have they not? So that's a question that we have for Roger Goodell, if it's scripted or not. But I think we should get into our questions here. I got a question for you. I think you got a question for me.
I got a challenge for you. So what's your question for me? Give me your question.
Yeah. Hold on here. One second.
All right. The guys, this is a professional show. We have a script and everything, guys.
That's all right. Here we go. All right. This is it. We've talked about this before, but I didn't get to ask a question about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now. First, right now. You said the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl, right? That's what you think?
Lions are going to. Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you on that. If prior to this season the NFL adopted a system of player loans and temporary trades, allowing their team to become better for specific matchups strategically, if you're the Lions
Okay.
You get to add one player on your team that's already in the NFL, but they cannot be a part of the Super Bowl, but part of the playoff teams. Who are you adding to your team?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's just for a loan. So it's just for this one upcoming game for when you play the Buccaneers.
Yeah, kind of what the Rams did with OBJ on their Super Bowl run 3 years ago, or whatever that was. That's a great question. So it can't be a player in the playoffs. So
right,
player
it's got to be someone outside. I guess you could go take whoever.
I'm thinking defense. I'm thinking a defensive player because the Lions offense, I think they got weapons all over the board.
Primo,
I think I'm going defensive players. I would go with Darnold. I think I'd either go with Darnold, but now I'm also thinking the Lions seem to struggle when Jared Goff doesn't have time to throw the ball a little bit. He things get a little dicey when he's on the run a little bit. So I'm thinking if I could take a player that has already lost in the playoffs, I'm going Jason Kelce to bolster that offensive line and leadership right there. Yeah.
He is a Hall of Fame safety, but unfortunately you can't pick him because he retired as of yesterday. But no, I get what you're saying. I get it. That's a great pick. I do think he'd make a huge difference on that offensive line.
I think it would definitely help for sure. It wouldn't get worse. And I think that could be a fear for the Lions going into this, this next playoff game is just protection. But it held against the Rams. So let's see. But that's a great question. So I'd either go defense, Darnold, or center with Jason Kelce. Yeah.
That's great. Great answer. Love that answer. A side question.
Sure.
I'm just thinking about it. You could add any player to the Giants, but not a QB. Who would you add to your team to make get you to the playoffs?
It can only be one person.
Yeah, you can only get one. You can't get 12. You can only get one.
All right, one person, Bill Belichick, because we need brains. We need brains in this operation. I need Bill Belichick. I need big old brains because we got too many holes. So I'm hoping his big brain can somehow patch and bandage some of these holes that the Giants have all over the board.
Thank you for the answer to that question there.
Yeah.
What do you got from me? You got a challenge over there for some of me? What do you got?
I got a challenge for you, and I promised people last week I will release my tax returns if the government I will release the footage of the real kick here this week once I let Mikey Bugatti here know what he's going to be doing for us.
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen here.
Okay.
Do you think you can hit 10 or more free throw shots from the line?
And how many shots do I have?
And under 20 shots.
So I got to hit 50% from the line. You're looking for 10. Not only am I saying yes to this challenge, I'm putting in 14 free throws of those 20 free throws.
Okay.
I am that confident in my basketball skills. Since you've last seen me down here, I moved from New York. I've taken my talents to South Beach. Okay. Just like another player you might have heard of. I skipped that whole college thing and came down here and took my talents to South Beach. Yeah, I can hit your 10 and a half free throws within 20 passes. That's an easy one. I could do that tomorrow.
Okay, well, we're excited for this footage. And we're talking. Easy. This is a real. You guys, I don't know what kind of league you're in. This is a real basketball we're using here, right?
Yeah, I'm doing regular basketball, single rim hoop, none of that double rim bullshit.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, people out there, they know the double rim bullshit. Yeah,
double rim. No, yeah.
I'm going to go to the park. I'll have one person to watch.
Yeah.
And I'll have another person sit in the stands as a.
So you're going to hit 15 shots?
I accept your 10 and a half, and I see you, and I'm going to hit 15.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
This is 15 automatic.
15.
Automatic.
Okay. I'm going to cut this down right now. You cannot go from in between the legs.
Okay, so I can't Jackie Moon it, but you're asking me how many I can hit?
No, you cannot Jackie Moon this because nobody in the NBA is Jackie Moon in anything.
That's because they don't know how to do it right.
Why did I just totally? Is that your move?
Can I Shaquille O'Neal it?
Shaquille O'Neal. So miss? Yeah. So miss all the time?
I don't need to Jackie Moon and Shaquille O'Neal it. I'm just gonna
Okay.
get on the line and bang out 15 of those. Your 10 line is a line for children.
Well, originally I had this set up for a speed run, but then you told me I don't know if I can have anybody there to how fast. I don't know how
I'll
many
have
I can get
someone to
in.
give me the ball back, but I'm not in an all-star game with a rack of 30 balls in the money
Come
ball at the
on.
end. I don't
This
have
is
access to a
challenges.
full gymnasium here. If I can
All right.
get myself to gymnasium, I will do your timed
Okay.
run.
Well, it'll be easy. You're telling me 15 out of 20 makes from the free throw line straight up.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy. He says easy. Okay. Well, we're excited about that.
Get the G League on the line and send him this tape. You're gonna see Adam Sandler in another movie again.
Yeah.
And I'm Bo.
You guys hear this energy that he's bringing right now? Easy, automatic. That's exactly the same energy he had about these Eagles this season. And look what happened.
Oh, geez. Yeah, we were automatic for 11, and that's over 10.5. That's the line you gave me.
Well, you're telling me 15. You upped it.
Yeah, well, I should have won 15.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, they sucked me. So, that's the challenge this week. So, good luck.
Easy money for me. That's an easy thing. What has grinded your gears? Take us in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to speak for the American people here, okay? Michigan ran on this slogan this year. It's us versus them, okay?
Yeah.
They ran on this slogan. We also are running on this slogan. It's the NFL fans versus the Swifties. It's us versus them. They made it this way. We did not ask for this. We did not come into this season. They wanted this. And by golly, do they have it, okay? The Bills hosting Kansas City and Mahomie and Kelsey. And we all know what that means. The Swifties will be in full force for that game. This Swiftie train gets derailed in Western New York.
Yes.
In Highmark Stadium. Finally. And it's over.
Down to the Swifties.
It's us versus them.
Yeah.
The real football NFL fans that were here versus the Swifties.
Yeah, we were here before Taylor Swift, and we'll be here after. Okay.
Yes.
I think the NFL needs to come out with a breakup song when she's out of here. Okay.
Yeah, I think Roger Goodell and the NFL owe us all an apology.
I would like that as well.
And you know what they don't do? They don't start having the games behind paywalls on Peacock. That's not how you apologize to the NFL fans. Okay.
Fun fact that Taylor Swift owns 30% of Peacock.
Oh yeah. Don't fucking say that. No way.
She made it. So I believe it.
I believe it. Yeah, no, she's gonna. It's gonna be T Swift TV.
Yeah, that's it. It's just 24 hours nonstop of Taylor Swift. Wow. Welcome back to Swift Nation, where we only talk about Taylor Swift and what she does. Speaking of the Chiefs, I don't want to hype up Patrick Mahomes.
Don't do it.
But I got to get this stat out because I heard it and I thought it was absolutely absurd.
Okay.
Absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has been in the playoffs 15 times.
Yeah.
And he's never not played at home or the Super Bowl. That's it. Is that sickening or what?
It's like a Tom Brady kind of thing now. It sucks.
It sucks to hear that he literally only plays at home or he's in the Super Bowl. No other option.
Like a Tom Brady thing here. And you just told me that, and this is the first time, and they got the whole T Swift thing behind them.
Yeah.
Watch the refs in this game.
Oh,
Watch the refs in this game. I will say it right now. Tuesday, January 16, 8:04 p.m. Bills might get screwed with a bunch of calls here if it's close.
The game is going to come down to a play that was like, oh, pass interference, ooh, holding, oh, because they're not going to let this man lose the first time he doesn't play at home or the Super Bowl.
With T Swift following all year with Kansas City. No shot, right? It's tough.
Why wouldn't you like it? Because now that I learned who's on the Super Bowl halftime show, it's Usher, by the way, kind of sick. Why wouldn't you want it to have Usher's the halftime show? Oh, surprise guest. Taylor Swift comes down, walking through the stands with her Swifties.
With her American flag like Aaron Rodgers did, and then goes down.
And the whole fucking world burns while we watch Taylor Swift and her husband on the field. Of course,
Yeah,
that's what the nation wants.
yeah, that's why this is scary. Buffalo. It's a home game, but these refs might be flying with Kansas City to Buffalo.
Like we said, it's us versus them, and
Us
the refs are part
versus
of them.
them.
Yeah.
Tough.
We asked for 15. No, he didn't get there. Okay. He kept his word. He got to only 11.
Awfully close.
But he's awfully close. Okay. But I'd rather this guy not make any more playoffs. So I'm happy with my 11.
Yeah.
So last shout out to Dak Prescott. You made it 19 weeks, but that's it for you.
Sir, you enjoy those martinis by the beach. You enjoy the golf course. Get some color. Eat some grub. Rest that body. You deserved it. 11 interceptions this year. 1 and done. We Dem Boyz bounced. Dallas Cowboys. Who would have thought?
Stay in the cycle. Stay in the cycle.
Who would have thought?
Why not? I think we have some questions from the 12th man.
I have some great questions here, and some of these questions might be tying it back to what we tried to squash earlier, but here we go. All right, here we go. Kyle from Fishkill, New York, has a question. This one looks like it's tailored to you, Mike.
Right.
Okay. If you're the Eagles, do you bring Nick Sirianni back, or do you go after a guy like Belichick?
Yeah. Well, I think we kind of answered that before. I know Belichick. That Jeff Lurie, he's an impatient man, and when he does not get what he wants, he's going to bounce your ass out of that organization.
Yeah.
So I don't see it looking good for Nick Sirianni unless he comes back with a bunch of solutions. I think he better have called up Jeff and be like, "Oh, listen to this plan I got."
Listen.
Unless you have something to say, I don't think they bring him back. I don't think the fans should just, execute him right away. I think the fans are too quick to judge. But organizational wise, I think he comes back.
Okay. Well, speaking of the fans, and this seems to be a question tailored to you again here, Mike.
Okay.
All right. Nick from Garrison, New York. Did Nick Sirianni deserve the popcorn thrown at him? Yes? Or definitely yes?
Or definitely yes. No. That fan should have gotten expelled from the stadium for the rest of the year.
The rest of the year is over. So
no, he should not have gotten popcorn thrown at him. Same question to if your coach lost the game in playoffs. Like if Harbaugh didn't win Michigan game, do we just throw popcorn at him now and we tell him to get out because he lost the biggest game?
Michigan is an established, high-honored society college campus. Philly, on the other hand, Philly fans, scum. So different.
I don't know if that's the word I'd use, but no, the popcorn throw wasn't good. I don't think we should have threw snowballs at Santa back in the day.
Look at this. Every year it's something else. You guys are throwing snowballs. This year it's popcorn. What's it going to be next year? Car batteries? What are you guys doing?
They'll throw a person. They don't give a fuck.
Car batteries next year. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Call batteries next year. Okay. Well, hey, turns out we got one more question. Also seems to be for you, Mike.
Yeah. Hot topic this week, huh?
Hot topics here. Jordan from Newburgh, New York goes, why doesn't Jalen Hurts shake the opposing team's hand after a loss like a big baby?
Yeah, I also didn't agree with that one as well. I think he was upset. He lost. he was hurt. He was hurt. Hurts was hurt. And
Hurts was hurt.
Shook his hand. That's a huge unsportsmanlike thing. I think that's pretty fucked up. You lose the game, shake the hand, say, "Oh, you got one. Good job, dude." Like at the end of the day, at the end of the ultimate day, you're getting paid way more.
I was just gonna say, dude's doing okay.
You're doing really okay.
Dude, I'm in a basement right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in a basement right now. It's hot as shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's already on a private plane going to some vacation for a month.
Exactly. You're going to go home to your wife who also makes a dump load of money. You have a dump load of money. And you guys are just going to be awesome. And you're going to worry about Baker Mayfield, who probably won't be in the league.
He'll be on another team again, probably in 2 years.
He's the Ryan Fitzpatrick of the league right now. So shake the guy's hand. Oh, you got to win, dude. The end. That's it. Like, yeah, it's your job, but sometimes you lost.
Yeah, that was That was tough. I mean, unfortunately, all these things just buy into Philly fans. Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Philly fans, brutal. Not a good look. I mean, I don't know, but whatever.
Not the way you want the season to
Any
end.
questions for me? I mean, Giants, what's going on? Giants looking good?
They don't care about the Giants. The Giants have been on vacation. They've been on vacation already. Join us. One of the most important things that we haven't talked about this entire podcast.
Sure.
The beers that we've been drinking this whole time. I forgot even what you were drinking over there. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Sullivan's.
Just Sullivan's.
Sullivan's. Not Sullivan County. Sullivan's.
I think of Sully from Monsters, Inc. when I hear that. What kind of beer is it?
A dry Irish stout, 5.3.
Whoa, okay.
This thing, my friend.
Tell me about
this thing's dark. Deep, dark, and roasty. It's a simple beer.
How I like,
for few.
How I like
a simple
women.
Beer for few words.
Deep, dark, and roasty. Yeah.
Deep, dark, and roasty here. Yeah. Sullivan's Dry Irish Stout, 5.3. Zeus Brewing Company. Let's run it. At dinner. Let's see.
Yeah. Would you have this beer at dinner?
Let's see.
Get a little taste. Get that little extra.
If I wanted a dry Irish stout for dinner, I would have Sullivan's.
It's the one you're going for.
Sullivan's. I'd have that. Not sure if it'll be my first choice, but if you're in the mood for an Irish stout, Zeus Brewing Company Irish Stout, Sullivan's would probably be your best choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, are you having this dry Irish stout at a tailgate? Is the real question. You having one of those?
No, not having a dry Irish stout, unfortunately, at a tailgate. No.
Not every beer is a tailgate beer, and that's okay.
No.
They're not meant to be. 1 through 10, where's it going on the big list? Get the list ready.
Let me get, the shirts are going to be coming out.
Let's see. Good.
Dry Irish stout. Let's see.
Yeah, give us the honest number here. We're waiting for you.
This is a 6.5 for me.
6.5. I feel like that's still pretty high for the Irish stout.
I give it a 6.5 in the middle.
It's in the middle. Not too high, not too low. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good beer. Pretty good beer.
Yeah.
I have, on the other hand, Junior Astronaut Juice here.
Yeah.
Just do this.
Of course.
I found this new store to get beer. Crazy. They have
everything.
We could do 100 episodes. I still wouldn't even have to get through all the beers there. This is Illuminated Brew Works out in Chicago. This is a double dry hopped IPA. Okay.
Give it to me.
This is 6.5%. It's pretty good. I haven't eaten a lot today, so I'm pretty toasted right now.
Okay. We should tag them in this clip.
I'm not mad about that idea.
We probably should start doing that. Yeah.
This is really, really good. This is a good double IPA.
Okay.
This is good. I would have this at dinner. The problem is I wouldn't have seen the word Junior Astronaut Juice and then think I want this for my dinner.
Right.
I would need to taste it first to know, because juice is taking me out of the equation there. This is a great beer for dinner. You're having this with any meal that you're having for dinner. This is a good dinner beer. My go-to dinner beer is like a Blue Moon. It might have just switched over to Astronaut Juice.
To Astronaut Juice over Blue Moon. Yeah. Okay. They'll love to hear that. Okay.
And if this is sitting at the table there, you're going to be like, Mike, what are you drinking? Yeah, you're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, good choice on the colors right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They pop.
I'm in. Am I having this at a tailgate? Absolutely not. No. I wouldn't be able to get through the game, let alone get into the game. I'm pretty drunk right now off this double IPA, and I'm not even halfway through.
All right.
But to give it a scale of this Junior Astronaut,
where are you putting it on the scale?
6.5%. This is going to be 8.3.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That might be the highest score on I'd Have a Beer yet. 8.3. I know we had like an 8.2 maybe. 8.3.
You would enjoy this beer. I can't stop drinking it once it touches the lips.
Oh, once it hits your lips, yeah.
This is so good. It's really good. Like, it's not too hoppy. I'm chilling. I'm drinking. I'm enjoying it. If I got through 3 of them, I'd feel great. But 8.3 for Junior Astronaut Juice. out in Chicago, Illinois. It's a great beer.
All right.
Great beer.
Cheers. 8.3. Like I said, that might be a record here on I'd Have a Beer.
Could be. But that's it here from I'd Have a Beer. That is the wrap up to the super wild card weekend.
Yes.
Great wins, some terrible losses, but overall we enjoyed the weekend. We enjoyed the games, and we're looking forward to it. What do you got for me, Manny?
Let's go Lions, but most importantly, for America, us versus them, let's go Buffalo versus Kansas City this weekend. We all need it. I explained to you why we need this. We need this for us. It's us versus them. We need that. Mike, I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a burden now off your back now that the Eagle season is over. Maybe, it's just okay. It is what it is.
Just
Next episode,
now.
Mike is going to be firing back with energy and excitement. I already know it. He dialed up the bet. I'm excited for that. For over $4,000 if you hit both of them, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty pumped up about it.
$4,000. Call the bank, as he said. But like he also said, that's all I have for you tonight. Follow us on all social media at IHAB Podcast. Tell a friend, share it with a friend. Stay out of trouble, and we will see you next week. Michael, I'd have a beer.